team will be able to recover the ball. So Kent State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Drives the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the golden flashes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Seminoles offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab, it's Williams. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They just keep firing. Dumps it to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, going up top. He's got an open man. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
With the catch, it's Williams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to set up the screen. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. The Golden flashes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Golden Flashes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attacking.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff to the single back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Noles will have it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Castellanos. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. There he goes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And the defense was not fooled on that third down. They were expecting that could be run. The linebackers doing a nice job really coming hard downhill to stop that play.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Seminoles will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into the end zone. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
It's caught downfield. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Golden Flashes will send out the punt unit. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
Yeah, and I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Williams. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking to throw again. Quick completion on the out. Oh, he's getting ahead. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Nebraska was able to come away with the win as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Grabbed in the middle. It's Martin. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that point at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get into the 33-yard line. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Rush is on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide, really, Jesse.
It's a running room. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Noles!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on.
And the Golden Flashes will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Quick handoff. And the Noles will have a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air, it's Castellanos. That's caught. It's White. The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Off the play fake. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that side.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. To the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Berry. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Golden Flashes will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38 in the lead first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
That's reeled in. It's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Grab near the marker. It's McCoy. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Fires into the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They took it 71 yards down the field. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Winter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Martin. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Fires toward the target. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. And the golden flashes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The golden flashes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here's a heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. They'll try the run. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They'll go to the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10 coming up. The give is to Williams. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the catch. It's Pittman. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. He's got the back in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. He'll do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Nice job there by the QB on his zone read because he's watching the D-lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Now on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The sure hands, it's Webster. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Noles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, Florida State! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ohio took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bobcats that fired on all cylinders. Regardless of the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Bring in the heat. With the catch, it's Etheridge. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
And the golden flashes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Timeout, Kent State.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.